Unbelievable.
Brett, what do you think?
Unbelievable game. Tale of two halves. That's really what it comes down to in this game and a lot of games that we play. But the first half, I was contemplating on why I'm not on blood pressure medication, and might want to take a look at that. It's just some small mistakes on offense. Overall, the offense wasn't even that bad in the first half. It was the defense was just bad, like very bad. Like I'm talking missed tackling, missing gaps, getting pushed around by an awful offensive line by USC, which at least the tape says that. So I don't know what exactly happened. They schemed it up well against us. We got to give them credit, but not sure what Tom Allen was doing. Head scratcher in the first half for sure. Got to finish drives with touchdowns, man. That's what it's been coming down to for us. 2 field goals in the first half is not going to cut it. The play calling gets conservative once it gets to the red zone. That's why I'm a big fan of the big play, because then you don't have to go to the red zone, and look at run, we have to pass type stuff. So second half started out on fire. We got the ball, went down the field. Tyler Warren decided to be a center for a play. I didn't even know what was happening. He was on the left side of the line. Snaps the ball to Bo. Bo passes it to Drew. Drew has plenty of time to set his feet, and Tyler Warren mosses some dude in the end zone like he naturally would do because he's a superhuman, and caught it with one hand, his left hand. So, just unreal play. After that happened, I was like, we're in the game, dude. We're down 7 points. This is it. Defense needs to step up, and the defense stepped up. They went, I think USC had a first down or two, and then they went 3 and out. We get the ball back. I think that's what happened. Yeah, we got the ball back. Did we kick a field goal the next drive, or was it a touchdown again? I think we tied it up with a touchdown. I'm trying to remember exactly what happened, but after that Tyler Warren touchdown, it was off to the races. Other receivers were getting involved. Julian Fleming redeemed himself. At first, we were like, the first ball that was thrown to Julian Fleming in the first half was a fastball, a little bit high, so I wasn't mad about that misreception. But then that one, when it was right to him, and he was shaking his head afterwards. He was like, what am I doing? And then Drew Aller with ice in his veins, 4th and 7, I think, and 4th and 10. I'm talking just gutsy, man. Throws it to Julian Fleming on both of those. Julian Fleming was barely open. He still, the throw was there and the catch was there. Just unbelievable. And that one play, I think the 4th and 10, Drew was about to get sacked. I thought he was going to. I was like, oh my God, here's the game. He just moves over, like he just was slippery back there. Moved over and just dotted it right in there. And I was like,
I don't know how he got away from that guy.
Yeah, I don't understand it because he's not fast. He's faster than we think, but he's not fast. And after that second 4th down completion, hope started to go through my veins, and I was like, I think we can win this game, man. And then USC got the ball back with a lot of time, and I was like, I don't like this. And USC really lost the game. It's their fault it went to overtime. They didn't call any timeouts. They let the clock go down. James Franklin called a timeout. Must have saw something he didn't like from USC. Changed the defense up. Interception. Jalen Reed runs it probably 30 yards back to the 50-yard line. And, man, just incredible performance. This is the first game we've seen Drew needing to win it for us, and we can believe in him now. Now there are some issues. Not all running game's fault, but I think Nick Singleton's still injured. He did not look right. Even the touchdown catch, he caught it, and he was like stumbling his way to the end zone. You can tell he wasn't himself. Luckily, he was wide open, so he had plenty of time to get there. But run blocking was bad. Pass blocking was mediocre. But the good news, we have 2 weeks to get rest and prepare for Wisconsin. By the way, Wisconsin bulldozed Rutgers today, so that's interesting. So Wisconsin's getting better, so that's not what we wanted. But at the same time, it makes us look better if we can go down there and win in a away game in Wisconsin. So that's what I got to start off. Good game.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jared.
Well, first off, I think we do have to give the defense some crap because for the first time in the whole season, in the third quarter, they let up 3 points. And we got to give them crap for that. 3 points, guys. What is that? That's nonsense. I mean, I'm disgusted beyond belief. I hope Franklin is giving them. No, I mean, this is all joking aside. This was it was a great second half. I mean, dude, for my entire life existence, I think I've always known Penn State to be a second half team, and oh my goodness, was that the case today? I mean, you what was that? I mean, first quarter it was like Ken Jeong showed up to play football, and then in the second half, Dwayne Johnson showed up. Like that's kind of what it looked like from the tale of two halves. Like you have this scrawny looking little dude that no one knew about just getting mauled left and right defensively. Now, in our defense, I mean, what was that trick play for them? I mean, was a 75-yard run? I mean, the dude just found a hole and just went. I mean, if you take that one huge play away, the defense, I mean, yeah, gave up some big plays here and there in the first half, but that really was kind of like the momentum for them going forward. Yeah. What is that dude's name, the running back?
That was their second string guy. So Woody Marks is their first string guy. The guy who did the touchdown, number 0, I forget his name. Tyson something? Here, let's look it up.
It's Woody Marks and Quentin Joyner.
Oh, dude, that guy made our entire defense look mediocre. Like that was not a good thing to witness. A lot of great guys. Like I understand that. I mean, you can have a great game, and sometimes you're not all at your best, but it's still the whole game is the whole game. I always say, in baseball, if you're down by 4 runs, you can still win it in the 9th. Like in football, I'd like to think it's basically 2 scores. Like 10, 14 points like we were, you can come back from that. I mean, many teams have had great comebacks. So when I saw it was 20-6, I basically gave us about a 5 to 10% chance of winning this football game. And I knew we were getting the ball in the second half. When they opened it up, I'm like, okay, I need points. I don't care if it is another field goal. I just need another scoring drive. And then you witnessed not one great touchdown drive, but you witnessed 2 great touchdown drives. That play with Tyler Warren in the end zone was something to behold. I mean, I was like, you guys, when you bring out the bag of tricks, I mean, sometimes it's the best thing in the world. And I was so pleased to witness Tyler Warren, basically the new president of Penn State, just do what he is doing. He is becoming not only the most effective player in the Big Ten. I'm not giving him college football, but certainly in the Big Ten. But he is right now making it the case that he could be the next Travis Kelce in the NFL. I'm giving him that much of an accolade right now. He is becoming elite in terms of his position, how he conducts himself, and everyone follows suit. He is showing really great leadership. And then, of course, you have Carter on the other side kind of being that for the defense because, again, in the locker room, I'm sure Carter was basically, what the are you all doing? We got to get moving here. We got to do something. We can't just show this kind of performance now, especially halfway through the season. So, I mean, it was collectively one of the more mentally adjusted games I've ever seen from James Franklin and company. I mean, I'm not giving it all to the coaching staff, but you saw the adjustments. They really stepped up their game in that second half. They kept pushing and made it as tough as it could, and it was obviously paying off because going into overtime, you had this idea that, yes, it is still USC. It's on the road. How can they find a way? And they kind of took advantage of what they were given. I mean, all the plays that USC called, Lincoln Riley with all of his great-minded, with offense and plays and schemes, he showed it all in the first half, but we started to pick things up in the second half, and by the overtime, we had all of their plays kind of figured out. And then when they had the 45-yard kick, it was wide. Oh, my goodness, we're like, we have a shot now. All we need to do is get that dude in position. Brian Barker, the new name, the unsung hero of the game. What was it, 4 field goals? 4 field goals for the dude. That's a pretty darn good welcome to the crew kind of thing. Did you see what he did? Did anyone see what he did after that game? When that football went up in the air and he kicked it, I just saw this. He literally told them to go to sleep. He was like, "It's good night. Thank you for showing. I'm happy we are all going home with a victory."
Can you guys see this? Can you guys see this?
Yeah.
Yep.
This play, dude. It's unbelievable.
It's unreal. It's going to be on Sports Center top 10. It's going to be number one.
Right.
It's insane.
I'm saying, dude.
Look at that catch.
Oh.
That's insane.
The catch is crazy.
It is. It's a thing of beauty, dude.
And it was
we're witnessing.
Yeah, Jared, the kicking too. Yeah, that was great.
4 for 4, man. Long of 45 or 44 to ice it, man. Insane.
Go ahead, Jared.
Just in the end, we had everything going our way by the time it got to the overtime because everything was showing. Like, we had the defense show up. We had Barker do what he did. And again, it was a collective adjustment for the whole team. Like, I remember what I put on Facebook. I said, like, thank you, James Franklin, for not messing this one up, because he just let these guys go and do what they can do. And it was awesome. Drew Aller, again, we're not even discussing that. I mean, dude had a salacious game. I was so happy to finally see this version of Drew Aller. I've been waiting and waiting for at least 2 years to watch that man look like that. And now that I see it, I'm not saying I expect anything less, but if the time comes, maybe this will be what Ohio State will be looking forward to.
And by the way, that game right now is an instant classic as well. Ohio State's up 31-29 right now with 3 minutes and 18 seconds. And Oregon is first and 10 and Ohio State's 26. Oh, my gosh. That's crazy.
I never thought I'd say these words. I really hope Ohio State pulls this out.
Yeah, no.
Well, yeah, like my kind of, and I'm watching Ohio State also, but
game's crazy.
First of all, like, that was definitely a gutsy win. Drew Aller was a magician. I mean,
holding. Yep.
Unbelievable plays. He's a very good quarterback. The players won this game, man. They won this game. And I said it at the beginning of the year, this is one of the best teams in the country, and they proved that today because they pulled this out. Now, I said at my halftime show, that was pass interference. I said at my halftime show that if they didn't win this game, man, like, I don't know if we're ever going to take that step with as much talent as we have. If we didn't win today, man, like, when are we going to win that big game? But, you know, we pulled it out. We got so lucky on 2 of those 4th downs. I mean, unbelievable by Julian Fleming. I messaged
and Aller, both of them.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, his pass was like you had to throw laser right there at that particular spot. You had
insane,
that much
man.
of a hole. Yeah. It was unbelievable.
He wasn't open, really. I mean, he just dotted it in there. It was insane.
And on that, I think it was the first 4th down conversion. There was pass interference on Fleming for sure. They could have called it against USC, but they didn't. I think they didn't because he caught it. But, you know, I said to the group, after he dropped that pass, Fleming, I said, Fleming officially sucks. Because what has he done up until this point? And then, man, those 2 conversions he had, those are only 2 catches. And they couldn't have been
He did
better,
save our season. He did save our season.
Yeah, they couldn't have been better, more clutch catches. But like that one that Aller did where he's running away. The guy ran right to his face and he got around him somehow. Like, how does that happen? I mean, I don't know how he did that.
We'll see it again on these highlights here. So,
but and then at the end, they showed the USC kicker 3 for 3, and I said he's making it. I knew he was. I thought he was going to make it, and then he missed it, and I'm like, you. Oh my goodness! It was that was
him. I mean, I'm going to send him a gift basket, man.
What are the odds of that, man? That he just, like, the way he kicked it too, he like chipped it up there, and it. I don't know what he did, but
he was completely down the middle, the 3 for 3. Like, I'm talking perfectly in the middle. I'm like, there's no way this guy's missing it, and he did it.
Yeah, and then our kicker, we said at the end of the Illinois game, it's literally the thumbnail. We need a new kicker. We got him, and Franklin at the end, he like was talking, and then he started talking about the kicker because he came up.
He was crying,
and he started crying, and then he like walked away because he's a walk on. I mean, that was he
saved our season. I mean,
he's a Pennsylvania native. Did you know?
Yeah, and that other kicker that we had, I don't even remember his name, and I don't want to. He's
Xander
the number one kicker in his class, dude.
Xander Saheda.
Yeah, he's the number one kicker in his class. That's insane, man.
Yeah.
But Aller just had an unbelievable gutsy game, and
oh boy.
Now I don't know about Ohio State, dude. I mean, we got lucky. We did. Either way, we won. No matter how it happened, we won. But yeah, I just if we can finish games like this, like we did today, because this is a huge. It really is. It's a huge. This team beat LSU, man. Okay. I don't know if they're beating Ole Miss right now, but
wait some 4th downs. 4th and 7. Here it is. 4th and 7 to Fleming. Huge. Tight coverage, and 4th and 10's coming up here soon.
Yeah. So we just beat a team that beat LSU, man. Like see that? How did that happen?
I mean, I don't know how you do that. That's incredible.
Insane, man.
Oh, you know the play before that. The play before that 4th and 10. It was 3rd and 10. Drew threw to his guy, and that USC guy almost picked him off. He had it fully in his hand, and he was coming down. It just kind of bobbled out. I mean, I was like, wow, to think that we were one play away from having that go the other way.
What's crazy too about that last conversion was not only, first of all, that one right there was that was an amazing catch.
The dot.
But the other one, okay, so if they get hit there, there's 340 something left. If he gets sacked there, there's 340 something left. The game's not over, but they all they had to do was kick a field goal and it'd pretty much be over, USC. So the fact that they converted that and then they went down and scored, and like this play was just I had no idea he had that much room there. That was a crazy. But yeah,
he has the entire half the field to himself.
Was Singleton sick or what's going on with him?
I don't know, man.
Isn't he still hurt?
I think he's probably actually injured, is what I'm thinking, because he didn't look right. I mean, look at the way he was running there, like wobbling, like it didn't look right, man.
Like he had loose shoes on.
Something, man.
But yeah. So it was just overall, man, like because I honestly thought at halftime, I'm like, I don't think we're going to win this game. I said that. I said, I don't think we're going to win. So.
Dude. 3rd and goal on Ohio State's 2. Oregon has the ball. Minute 55 left. They're down 3. If they score a touchdown here, it's up to Ohio State to win.
Imagine. Okay, so if Oregon wins, they're going to be probably number 1 for sure. And then we're probably maybe
3 probably.
Compare the wins, right? And I'm not jumping the gun. I don't really care who wins this game, but say Ohio State.
I do. Okay? I do. I really want Ohio State to win this game because the higher ranking they are, if we beat them at home, that's going to put us at number 1. That really will help us.
Well, it doesn't really matter if we're number 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. I mean, dude, if we end up being number 1, like, I don't know how I don't think we should be number 1. Like,
no.
But it's that kind of thing where it's like, you know, if you're the janitor at the building and you kind of sit at the big boss's desk, you put your feet up on the desk for just that one set. I mean, that's the thing about it. If you're just, you know, that might be the case. I mean, yeah, we might not be number 1, but just for just a week, it would be nice to kind of sit in the chair for just a little bit. I mean, just to know what it'd be like again. I mean, there's no one that's a guarantee.
Well,
there's no one that's really a guarantee. Ohio State has had some up and downs this whole season. They haven't looked that consistent. I mean, Texas with their schedule, I don't know. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of questions in the top 5 for sure.
We won today as a number 4 team, which usually Penn State chokes when they're ranked that high. So, But
listen, I compared this game to the 2016 Iowa game. When we went into that hostile territory and we had to win that game to be relevant.
2017? When the walk-off with Juwan Johnson?
Oh, was that 2017? Shoot. Okay. Yeah, the 2017 game. Yeah, that was like one of the most important road wins I can honestly remember up until this point. Because that's the thing. You're going into a place that you historically have never been successful. You've had your issues, and it's that team that it's like you're haunted by. So yeah, this was one of the more important wins for a guy like Franklin. Because again, we constantly question how he is going to go through an entire game to fully get these guys ready to make sure that they actually look like they could be number 2 or number 1. Like, that's what we're looking at, dude. I mean, we've been talking for how many years that it's like, are we ever going to be in the national championship conversation? It would just be so nice to say we are doing everything right. And it's like nothing is screwing us up. And I feel like between coaching and injuries and whatever, the scheduling, timing and everything, like, it's just amazing how we constantly are in a position to always be in the moment, and it never works out. This time, it actually went this way. So, as far as I'm concerned, we have every opportunity to be at number 2 or number 1.
Yeah, I mean, that might happen. That doesn't mean we deserve it, though. I mean, we'll find out against Ohio State. We're literally an Ohio State loss away from being an 8 seed and getting knocked out in the first or second round. So, I'm still there. This is a great win, but first of all, Oregon, they just didn't score, so they're going to lose.
They kicked the field goal.
They kicked the field goal.
They're going to lose. So
they need it down there.
Let's say Ohio State wins or loses. Okay, if Ohio State loses, Oregon's going to be number 1, and I think we should be number 2 because our win this weekend was way better than what Texas did, even though Oklahoma's ranked.
People who aren't casuals, as Josh Pate likes to say. There's casuals and then there's realists. People who aren't casuals are knowing that USC at their house is not an easy win, man. No. USC's better than their record. They were 11th last week. They had a bad game against Minnesota. It happens. They played their butts off today, and we just played harder in the second half, so we won. But yeah, only the Instagram trolls, the people who don't like Penn State, or the people who are going to say Penn State's trash, they're not a top 4 team. Dude, look at what happened to Alabama, Georgia, Ole Miss, everybody last week. So, we won the game. So saying we're trash doesn't really make any sense. So thank you.
First of all, at the end of the day, we won that game. And
without running the ball, we won.
And here's what they would have said if we lost. It would have been like, Penn State's trash. They're overrated. And we won. So that makes no sense as to why you'd say we're trash. We just won.
We had over 500 yards.
Had a 224-yard game.
Yep. We had over 500 yards offense. That's insane.
Tyler Warren right there, man. That's unbelievable.
It's an unbelievable stat line, dude, given the presidency.
I mean, here's the thing, dude. Because in the past, we've had weapons against Ohio State. And I'm just bringing this up randomly. I know we still got Wisconsin, and that's, we'll see how that goes. But, it'll be interesting to see what we do, because we did a lot on offense today. We did so much random stuff, and they're executing it well. And to do it on the road, first play of overtime, Bo Pribula is our quarterback. So it's Ohio State, as good as they are, and again, we'll see what they do right now. But I don't know how they're